The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading down 132. Nasdaq is off 1. S&P's off 1. Gold contract up $17, trading at $17.38 an ounce. We got silver up 37 cents, $17.74 an ounce. Light sweet crude off $1.27, $32.64 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up 4 ticks, trading 139.06. The 30-year up 19 at 180.10. And King Dollar up 461 ticks, trading 99.830. The euro is at 108. The yen is at 107.5. And the British pound is at 121 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Friday morning, coming into that long weekend. It's going well. How are you?
Doing good. Bottom line, long weekend. And at first, folks, there's no doubt we are going to go over and take a look at the Hang Seng, because there's no doubt last night this baby, no doubt, got hit, and we'll see where this whole thing's going to shake out. But this is quite a hit. 5.5%. It's down, folks, and Hong Kong just might be changing. So we'll see how this shakes out. So Hong Kong's down 13.49. And that basically had to do with the aspect of China jamming through on a loophole inside the Hong Kong's constitution that they're going to start clamping down a bit. So that's going to throw a spin. Those poor people in Hong Kong, man, they're on their way to basically mainland China, which is really sad.
Yeah. That's going to be the battle, right? The draft law, I saw one quote out there said, which Beijing said is, quote unquote, highly necessary, will prohibit secession, subversion of state power, terrorism activities, and foreign interference. Lots of vague language, man, that you don't want to hear if you're living over there under China.
Right. And what happens, folks, is that, so picture, I do business there. And the business that I do, and this is how it normally happens, right? When I'm importing stuff, my agent is in Hong Kong, Chinese citizen though, goes back into China. When I'm there, I meet him. And the differential, they've grown up really with democracy in Hong Kong. Yes. I mean, they're scared. They always have been. They know as soon as they're a Chinese citizen. When they cross that border, though, they know. I mean, I remember the first time I met Ricky, the bottom line, he said, hey, man, we're in China now. And you better understand that concept, okay? So, sad. That's the real bottom line.
Yeah, and to put into it, China had supposedly, they promised autonomy and freedom for the Hong Kong people until, is it 2057, the actual transition? So that's the battle, and of course the battle is, if you have future generations over there, you're fighting for their freedom, man, because on that date, you are going to become part of China, which is a remarkable statement,
There's no doubt, man, no doubt. So, market-wise out here, let's take a look at it. Yesterday, what we had, folks, if we take a look at the SPY, you had the indices try to get to higher price, couldn't handle it, come down slightly. Realistically, you get a sideways market out here. We're down $1.16 today. SPY yesterday went from a price point of $297 or $293. I don't really expect any disasters out here, up or down. I mean, I do expect what we're going to see is that it's going to be a down market. Now, what you want to be looking at is that if we get any volume expansion and it's even down slightly, that would be a problem for Tuesday. If we're just, down 10, 12 S&P points and the volume is light, which it should be today, folks, okay? That wouldn't be, that wouldn't be telling us anything. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
Gold and silver, bottom line is that, they came back last night. And this is interesting because they hit that gold market hard yesterday. Now, they didn't get to the swing point, but they hit it hard, man,
Yeah, what was it? 17.15 was the low, and all the markets we've had, even overnight, I looked at it, right? S&Ps, you were down to 29.03 at one point before turning around.
That was a big number, and so I'm glad you just brought this up, Tom, because that 29.03 can be game today. That's
sure.
That baby hit there with 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time this morning, so that definitely is game. And we'll see where the rest of this shakes out. We take a look at, you'll see inside the NDX, and you'll see how we're in a one-world market here, folks. And so if we're inside the NDX, you're going to see it's the Hong Kong stocks that are basically the China stocks that are taking it basically south. NetEase is off 6.9%. Baidu is off 5.8%. JD is off 4%. They're all Chinese equities, folks. And they got hit, man. There's no two ways about that. Now these have been high flyers beyond belief also. I mean,
sure.
NetEase just hit an all-time high yesterday of 402. You're down $26. You're still over the breakout area, though, of 367. So,
just going to jump back to the S&P, just noting that this area, we're literally at like almost the tick of a 618 retracement of the entire trend. So we've been above that level, but a couple times now, whether it's we bounced up there towards the end of April, and then we came back to the 50%. We bounced back there on May 11th, and then we came back to the 50%. And we've been flirting with this for 5 solid days now, but we're literally right at that price level. And look at these quick drop-offs we've had on each occasion. Now, even we only made it up to 28.85 on April 17th, 2 quick drop-offs. When we make it up there on April 29th, 2 quick drop-offs. We're there again on May 11th, 2 quick drop-offs. Just something that I've been watching to keep in mind as we see on this price level, man. Because if we start dropping from a 618, just look at what we've done the last couple,
listen, valid, not only valid, this is pretty cool, folks, okay? So that's the building cause aspect, okay? And we'll see if, in fact, the bottom line, my take is that we're going down to the breakout area. And the breakout area inside the E-mini is from 2,700 to 2633. Because it's teetering here. It's teetering, and it's coming into some good flack. Bottom. That being said, we know Monday that was a big day. Monday, man. We went from 2850 to 2964. They bought everything.
Yeah. What I was mentioning, excuse me, on that Monday, right? A huge day. I was like, listen, the all orders not restored here. Like, look at last Tuesday and Wednesday. All right, like we just dropped 150 S&P points last Tuesday and Wednesday. You got it all back, but like, be very wary here. When you see it graphically, you can believe that when the market charges higher Monday, quite a day, man. But this has been a good week. Next week may not be as good. We'll see.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. And what we are going to get is you're going to get solid information coming in, the next couple months as to our businesses operating.
Right.
Do they have a cash flow? The cool thing here, folks, is this: no matter where you are in the country, what you really do want to do, okay, great. Technically, we trade. Technically, realistically, if you're trading in the market, I do at least. But fundamentally, you want to watch your neighborhoods and you want to watch wherever you are, because you'll get a grasp, man. You'll and trust yourself. You'll get a grasp of what's going on.
To further that, I know we're coming into the break. Maybe we can talk about it a little bit more after. But I sent you that picture of the Tampa Hard Rock, right? So Tampa Hard Rock, they're on sovereign Native American land, the Seminoles. Right. So they kind of get to do whatever they want, I think. But they're back at 50%. We'll talk about the poker room. There was a line of 100 people, waiting. There's some demand out there, man.
Show that picture, because when you see this picture, folks, they're protected. But it's
intense.
Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow. Dow right now down 132. You get the Nasdaq off 25. S&Ps are off 4.5. So, Tom, I'm looking at the Hard Rock here. The pictures you sent over, I believe you have up, right? Is your mic on, Tom?
Yeah, can you not hear me?
Okay.
Maybe
I got you now.
Me?
I got you, yep.
Okay. So the Hard Rock opened yesterday. The poker room opened last night. I'm a poker player. We have some poker players, man. It seems tough to me passing around chips, passing around cards. Just you better be washing those hands. But in terms of what they're trying to do with the Seminole Hard Rock Tampa, now this is sovereign land, as I mentioned, though. So they have a lot more autonomy than some casinos in the Strip and so forth in Vegas are going to have. And you can see the kind of visuals of erecting, plastic.
Is that a petition against around each player?
It sure is. So they've changed the tables to be 6-handed. Normally they're fitting 9 or 10 people per table, which is pretty cool as a poker player. Sometimes it's fun to play 6-handed. There's less people in the action. You can bluff a little bit more. When you're playing 10-handed, everybody, usually somebody's going to have a really good hand. You're playing 6-handed, you can bluff more. It's more action. So they're playing 6-handed. They got dividers. They have hand sanitizer, which is representing the dealer button now. Yesterday they opened, and there were tweets out there. You can see the actual.
Look at that picture. Oh my God.
The actual members sitting everywhere, man. They had 18 tables. They got 20 going total, I think. They had a waiting list of 106 players at one point. I mentioned, man, there's a lot of people that play cards for a living. You can't play blackjack for a living, folks, or craps or roulette. You can play poker for a living and be very good and make a lot of money.
And everyone has masks on. Yeah, I can see that.
Right. I believe everyone has masks on.
Well, they're going to get business then, right? That's
they are. It was open last night, first night, and there's people. That's an employment for a decent amount of people, man. The Hard Rock here, the Hard Rock over in Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, that's even more action over there, but they have the casino open. So in terms of the actual casino, man, this Seminole, they're expanding huge. Now, what I want to just bring up, check out what you have in terms of a heat map viral, taking everyone's temperature walking in. This is the future, man, of security, and it's already here. Thermal imaging, everyone's temperature gets taken the moment you get walked in. This is going to become super normal for any type of a big hotel, event, concert, everything.
And folks, that is non-invasive. I've walked through those. They have those in China. They're non-invasive.
I'm sure.
What happens is this: you don't even slow down. You just
right.
walk.
You can. I know that the Den may not be loading it perfectly, but they have live video on there, folks. You can search for the Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. You can see it, and that's what they're doing, and that's good. Now, the one thing that was interesting, I think I saw here, is that they have something like you can see temperatures not within threshold, and it's like 19 out of 700 or something on there. And I wonder what they do with those people when they come in with it. You know, I'm sure they. But interesting that I actually pulled that up earlier, and in the top right-hand corner they have that. But nonetheless, man, things are opening back up. That is what's going on, and it's interesting to see how they do in terms of people adapting. And there's one instance.
No doubt, man. No, it's pretty wild.
That is some demand, though. That's how we started talking about it, right? You say look for the demand of in your area. I was at the beach last weekend. Good action there. I play poker. Now, I personally am not going to be out there yet, though, but there were hundreds of people sitting there the first moment they could play poker in the casino on a Wednesday evening, too, right?
Well, you got to remember, you get this stimulus money coming in, man.
Did somebody say casino?
Yeah. Seriously, man. It's going to be spent somewhere, man.
It's a sad truth sometimes, but you know, when payday comes and when government checks go out and Social Security and disability and all that stuff, everything picks up everywhere, including casinos and the likes, for sure.
There's no doubt.
No doubt about it, man.
No doubt about that. We just, as we were on break there, folks, you're going to see that we're going to have a little downward pressure out here this morning. It's going to be interesting watching this shake out. You know, what had happened is that right when we were on break, Tom, you had the first seller out here right at 9:30. Bottom line, someone came right in this last 10 minutes. So now you get another basically high volume low that's laying out here at 29.28, and we're at 29.36. So pretty cool.
I was just going to say, pretty cool with ticking literally right around that line of the 618 or the full retracement.
Yes. Oh, it's huge, man. It's you know, this is the setup, man. The Bulls and Bears are fighting out here like in a large way. There's no two ways about that. And of course, I'd say that, you know, the Bulls are relying on that the Fed just keeps coming in, which I think they will. The real question's got to be, can these equities hold up at these levels, period? I mean, that's what it really comes down to, because we have a very narrow market. And narrow markets, folks, are very, very dangerous. You know, NVIDIA come out with numbers. The stock's going to the moon again. You know,
strong numbers, man.
Look at this. Yep, you're up $11. And what does happen with the NVIDIA, you know, it's pretty wild. One of the targets in the den yesterday, they were talking about ready to go parabolic. No, yes. NVIDIA, folks, is an equity that likes going parabolic. Let me show you something. I remember this so well on the last run-up. Look at this run from, what's that, 2016. So 2016, it was at $26. It didn't stop until 2018 at $292. And then before the market cracked, folks, this was just the downdraft in December of 2018. And then it went from $292 down to $124 in all of 2 months.
Yeah.
It's like, how does that work? I mean,
it's either heaven or hell, man, with that stock, right? As in the world is buying every chip they can for growth, or, oh my goodness, the growth is over and nobody needs computer chips anymore and graphics cards.
It's amazing. It just, and you're going to see that it came right back to one of these monster volume bars. That's what's so, to me, it's so bizarre about this. You know, like if someone told me the stock's trading at 292, and I told them, hey, you're going to go back to the high volume bar at 142. It's like, really? You know? Yeah, right. You must be out of your mind. Well, guess what? I mean,
and you're going to do it in like 3 or 4 months, right?
Exactly, man. And then, where I scratch my head on this thing is, remember years ago, Tommy, you said, this is a funny story, folks, because this is going back like 12 or 13 years ago, I think.
Probably longer if I go for it.
It is. It was about the oil market. I was showing you. I says the oil is going up and down, and he says, "Man, I don't get how we use so much oil, and how can a monster market go up $2 or $3 in a day, or down?" And it's the truth. I mean, it's like now we go more than that.
What always amazes me, right, is how can the market be so far off today? Like even just crude oil, right? It's like crude oil, the volatility that it's had. Just last night, man, we went last night from 34 down to 31 up to 33, right? $3 down, $2 up in the span of no time. And it's like, how can the market, when you multiply the amount of barrels consumed by the price to get the market cap, how can it be so? I mean, it almost moved 10% from 34 to 31. And you're telling me the market was 10% off the proper valuation at 8:45 last night, and it figured it out and needed a 10% adjustment by midnight?
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. Exactly. That's it.
That's crazy.
It is. It is.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. We're going to look at Shopify. Dow right now is down 107. NASDAQ is off 7. S&Ps are flat. Gold's up 12.50. Silver's up 31 cents. And King Dollar, folks, that came down to the lower end of consolidation, man. And it says, guess what? I'm going to hold price. Going back up to the top of the consolidation now. Tommy and I come right back. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 90, Nasdaq is off 6, S&Ps are up 1. Let's go look at Shopify for one of the tigers out here, Tom. So this has been just a stock that goes right to the moon. They got a great business. The low for the year is 262. The high is 821. That is today. Imagine in 1 year. In 1 year, okay?
How about just since April 2nd, you were at $334, and it's not even the end of May, and we're at 821.
Right. Whew. So, 2016, they took in $389 million, folks. 2020, $2.2 billion. $2.2 billion.
And how about adding $700 million between this year and next from 2020 to 2021, man?
Amazing. So we take a look at this chart. Well, let me just look at something here first. Okay, so you got a short interest of 2.6%, which is nothing. Let me see.
That's quite a market cap they've got at almost $100 billion right now, even with their numbers they had, man. Watch out.
Yep. And, okay, so it's not an ABC up. The bottom line is that, I hope the tiger that's looking at this owns it, because this stock, it's stretched. Yeah, granted it's stretched, folks, okay, but, this thing wants higher price.
Could you go back to the description for them?
Yes.
I just want to see some of the metrics in terms of, how about that PE? Is that an 1803?
Yes. Yeah.
Just be wary, man, listen, we use Shopify. They're a great company. There's a lot of great companies for $100 billion out there, and you're only taking in $2 billion in revenue, and you're barely breaking even. So
look at how they're growing. They're growing in the United States by 56%,
Right.
and the rest of the world 88%. We should have bought Shopify when we changed our website, man.
I hear you, and you should always be aware of your old life and you see trends, man. I think to myself, the first time I signed up as an Amazon Prime member, I should have realized that it was a revolutionary item to have free delivery, 2-day delivery, for any single item. And that was before they offered anything else except for free delivery, 2 days on anything, that's Prime included. The whole world should have said, Amazon's going to run the world. That's all you had to do. Think about that, right? But I joined, and it was like 10 years ago. So
yeah. It's so wild is that this goes back to 1999, folks, but you had an analyst that basically ended up getting kicked out of the business because he was saying that Amazon at that particular point was going to go to $300, I believe, and that was like a sacrilege.
Sure.
And at the same time he was saying that, the reason he got kicked out of the business, though, is that he had got an email and he was saying that these tech stocks are a bunch of crap and he was selling them.
Okay.
Henry Blodgett, thank you. It was $400, I guess he was saying.
Okay.
And needless to say, right?
It's really amusing, man, the story of Amazon just in general. People, I remember when somebody put out $2,000, some big analyst a while back.
Exactly.
Was it like 1,000? Is it 1,500?
Oh, I thought they were crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, why are you searching for some personal headlines to be the bold prediction? But really, and that's it. You really should. When you find an item that could change the way that you live, man. And I remember that I say it was something like $59, $69. It was. I'm one of the early adopters. I'm sure there were couple million. I was really early on. I've never left. And I just said to myself, at that time, you had to pay usually FedEx type fees of 2-day delivery to the tune of $15 to $20 if you wanted an item delivered in 2 days. If you wanted it shipped 5 to 10 day from a Walmart or something, maybe you got a bargain. I didn't want that. You know what I mean? That's not the way anybody wanted to shop online. I said, you know what? At $70, if I'm paying $15 usually, that's only like 5 items I got to order all year, right? To make it affordable.
It's huge.
And it just seems so. And guess what? We know that Prime was everything. I imagine that decision changed the path of that company and almost everything that they do.
No doubt. And Henry, now that's it. Thanks for the update in the den, folks. He runs the Business Insider, which is very successful.
Okay.
Yeah, he started. He was a founder, I believe. So, pretty wild, man.
Definitely. But follow those personal trends. You'll see it, and that's what you're saying. Keep in tune to what's going on right now, around you, because you'll see it, man. There's going to be people saw it with Amazon. This instance really just made it how dramatic, how you just should really be aware. I know you get the dollar up there, even something like the dollar. The dollar is so important. Look at that chargeback it had when things became real. Push comes to shove, man.
Yeah,
the dollar charges higher.
And what you have here, what we had basically, Wednesday, folks, is that the bottom of this consolidation of the dollar is 98.645. We hit 99 and it rejected it, so it's game on again to the top of the consolidation, which is 100.556. And if we go over to the euro, you're going to see it just the opposite, because with the euro is the one that was basically pushing this dollar into lower price. Well, there you go. And bottom line, it gave
to 110.
Gave it up yesterday. Yeah. So the game is still on. Let's go into the pound. The notes and bonds again. Okay, so check this out, folks. This is wicked. So the note and bond market, right? I've been bullish for 7, 8, 9 years. Forget what it was, right? Well, I went bearish, I guess, about 3 weeks ago. But guess what? I'm going to flip back to bullish.
Oh, that was quick.
I closed the trades yesterday. I closed the trades the day before. It was a flat trade. Because what has happened here is this: there's no sellers on the way down, and there's no sellers on the way up. But the way that this is trading out, it's like, this thing wants to at least test the 140.24. This is on the 10-year.
Remarkable that we've just been ticking across right at that kind of upper level, right?
There's no doubt about it. So. Yeah, and I'm giving that. That's right, Jeff and Marie. I'm giving this as a heads up because I know that bottom line is that when it's a change again. There's no doubt. And I
heard you talking about was it the 20-year offering? Subscribe like 8 to 1.
It was $8.75, folks. So this is the first time that the Treasury put a 20-year bond out. Okay, since 1986.
Okay.
There was $8.75 going after every dollar of the bond, and it was paying 1.22%. Okay, that's demand like over the top, man. That's it's huge.
Everybody
we all love that. That'd be saying if you're selling your house at $100,000, that's saying 8.75 people want to buy that house.
Yep.
That doesn't happen. So that's telling me that
I was just going to joke and say people can't get enough of that 1.22% yield for 20 years, guaranteed.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'd never do it. It's just like the people we talked about yesterday. There's people that bought the 6% bond in Hertz in November, folks, okay? This November. That is an unsecured bond, unsecured from Hertz, and now that is trading at 14 cents on the dollar. They're not even going to get their first coupon. That's like almost unheard of inside the bond market. But they're not even going to get their first coupon.
You might as well buy out-of-the-money calls on some technology biotech firm if you're gambling it up, man.
Crazy. Dow off 85, Nasdaq's off 7, S&Ps are up 1. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get the competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 91. Nasdaq is off 2. S&P's are flat. Yeah, and this market it's going to be. I think it's going to be flattening out. Well, it's flat right now, but I'm just saying in general because, folks, if the market can't get going, either way, by like 11:30, 12 o'clock, people are taking off, man. They've been off, but guess what? They're taking off.
Sure. No, I would agree. Yeah. Flat market. Things have been pretty tame. It's been a decent week. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So if we look at the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow, you get Procter & Gamble, that's putting 12 positive points. United Health 6, Microsoft 3. Taken away from it, Caterpillar 14 minus, Chevron 12, Boeing 12. Big Mac 7. So you really don't have any large numbers there moving that basically one way or the other.
Could you jump into Procter & Gamble and just take a look at them? Quite a pop for such a pretty stable company, not too volatile, but man, up $1.80. What's going on? Anything going on in the news sector?
Let's take a look. So,
I guess it's had some decent volatility lately, but that's quite a pop.
Vertical integration, cool. Yeah.
Nothing real action, just trading higher.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no doubt that the whole middle of the aisle, where they basically rule, has been
They've fared well.
They fared well when they hadn't been faring well, folks, for like 10, 12 years. I mean, if you go in the middle of the aisles, man, you're either getting detergent or you're getting stuff that's not good for you.
Yeah, you're getting processed food most of the time, for sure.
But in this particular case, people want to put it in their cupboards, and there's going to be a lot of food in cupboards for a long period of time, I think. The good news is that stuff is good for years, folks.
That's it. As long as it doesn't go to waste, exactly. I think something I learned over this time is that, what, man, it's not a bad idea. We live in Florida, where June 1st is the start of hurricane season, folks. You should have some water. You should have some paper towels and some toilet paper. Those items don't go bad. Why would you not have a couple things stored up?
Yeah. There's no doubt. And we're definitely more well aware of it because of the hurricanes. There's no doubt. We haven't seen, folks, is that this has gone 2 or 3 months that the supermarkets are just like this. You know, when the season comes in, there's no doubt that stores get busy.
I was just going to say, same thing. You know, if you have a freezer, you have the ability. There's no reason why you can't have some meat in there. Meat stays good for like 6 months. If you eat meat, there's no reason why you can't have some meat in the freezer, man.
Right.
Same thing. If it just, we're dealing with, there could be second waves here. You don't need to hoard. It's just a reasonable amount for a week or two or something. When things, that's what I kind of figured out. There's no reason that because nothing gets wasted. It's there if you need it. And most people have the ability, if you do, times are tough right now, man. People out of work, so maybe you don't. But if you do, to have that ability to set aside a couple things so that you don't have to be the people panicking.
I think we're going to have to ask Nico to take some pictures because Nico, folks, okay, he's a trip, man. So, picture, I work out with him all the time.
He's prepared, right?
And he's not only prepared.
Yeah.
So, picture, I work out with him at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I get the whole story, man. I know what places has meat, don't have meat, how good
That's
it is. How much him and Ellen's putting in the freezer.
No,
right?
I stocked up on
it's awesome. It's awesome.
It is, and it's smart, man, because you see these stories, and we're in touch with news a lot more than most average Americans because they drive everything we do right now, at least, in terms of at least, we're fundamentalists, but you can't help but hear about Tyson plants closing down, meat packaging plants closing down, all of that stuff that a lot of people you wouldn't necessarily be in tune with. You see the headline, but life is busy, man. You don't have the ability to see headlines when you're working on another job, what it is. So just be aware that may hit, and there may be a time. There's no reason why you can't have a little meat in the freezer.
No, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities today, and this is going to be a low volume market, folks. We had Norwegian Cruise. That's the top deal out here. It's down 14 cents. You got Delta off 72 cents, Americans off 20. Oh, in the airlines too, folks. Okay, this is kind of intriguing. They are saying to people that they're spreading out and all this, but I can tell you, I just had 2 people come off an airline. And one of them actually paid money to him not to have someone beside them. And what ended up happening, in both cases, they claimed that, another flight got canceled and both flights were totally full. So I just had another guy was just calling me, and he's coming down to just look at a couple of houses. And he said to me, he says, I'm really glad that they're keeping every other row empty. And I said to him, I'm telling you, man, what just happened 2 days ago, I know 2 people that just got into Tampa, and they said the same thing, and guess what? They were jammed to the hilt. So
that would make me very uncomfortable.
No, for sure. The poor guy I'm talking to him yesterday, he says, oh, man, I hope that's not the case. I said, I'm just telling you what happened, man. And I know this factually. These guys were in my office, okay? So the bottom line is that, and no, don't buy airlines. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm saying airlines have always been a bad business. Now they're liars, okay? They're telling people one thing on the air, and bottom line, another thing's happening. I mean, I remember when I was first down here, I used to be going back and forth to Boston quite a bit.
Yes.
And what ended up happening, folks, is that I had U.S. Air at that particular point, right? If they didn't have enough people on the plane going from Tampa into Boston, they'd just cancel it. And they claimed every single time, we got a mechanical. And I knew. I was doing this for a year, going back and forth. Well, I think that's when I was going back and forth, and I didn't even live down here. But it was a mess, So, I wouldn't buy airlines. That's a business that's going to change forever. That's, change for a good year and a half. Let's put it this way, So.
Yeah. And just, I'm going to throw in some factual data of coronavirus, men in Florida. You talk about it. We talked about yesterday, the president saying even if there's a second wave, nothing's going to change. I'm not sure if you saw, the case number for yesterday in Florida, and it varies everywhere, man, we were at 1,204. That's the highest total in new cases since April 23rd in a month. And the rising total, I had talked about it on my program a couple days ago. If you look at since April 25th, we have a rising trend in Florida.
Look at that.
So when you look at something like, to tie it back to the market, airline stocks, Royal Caribbean is out here saying that they hope. You don't want to hear about a CEO and what their hopes are, folks.
No.
They hope to remain resume cruises as soon as August. But CEO says only as it's safe. That's his disclaimer, which is basically like if every single chip falls in place. Well, rising, especially in the state of Florida, where many cruises embark. Be aware of these totals.
That chart there, man, you got to put a fib number on that. That looks like it did a 0.382 retracement from the lows to the highs.
What chart are we talking about,
right there,
man?
That chart that is going back up again in Florida. You see that? We got to do that later. I want to see how that works out. You see what I'm saying? From the bottom of that chart to the top to the trough, which is right in the middle. You know what I mean? It almost looks like it's a 0.382. And if it is, that's going to be really dangerous because that means it can go right to the top again. Easy.
The only reason why I wouldn't throw fibs in here is that it's not a naturally moving curve, and our actions change it. And everybody's moving around, and that tick, I saw it in terms. I've been keeping track. We had 2 low numbers. I said, man, it'd be really cool if we get a 3rd low number, but we just got the highest number we've gotten in a month. So beware.
Folks, stay right there. We got Think or Swim coming up next.
Nope, we got one more segment.
Oh,
one more
cool.
segment.
Awesome, man. Great.
Go.
Stay right there. Come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 128, Nasdaq's off 20, S&Ps are off 3. And, you know, folks, we love all you tigers and tigresses out here listening. I know, people want to trade, but what everyone should understand is that when you're coming into a holiday like today, the best advice that we can give you is to go to the beach. Because we all like it. Man. We all like action, okay? This is not the day to trade. I can tell you this flat out, okay?
Hey, well, we talked about the Seminole Hard Rock Casino, man. Go down there and play some blackjack if you want to be trading Friday afternoon coming into Memorial Day weekend, right?
Yeah, because there's not going to be action out here, and what happens is that you just get chewed up, because, do I think the S&P is going to be down 10 or 11 at the close? Yeah, but guess what? That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you go up and down. If you're trading the S&P for $50 a point, yeah, you can get some action here. But other than that, and other than that, yeah, I don't see it. This is the beginning of real summer trading. And what happens in real summer trading, folks, is that Fridays are very dangerous because you can get chopped up in Mondays. That's how that kind of strikes out. You know what I mean? Yeah. In this case, we're going to be coming back on a Tuesday, but that's kind of how this thing lays out. And if you are, one of the other targets, I know they're talking about Shopify. This baby, it's high, and will it fall apart today? No, I don't see it. I just don't.
No, I don't think today is going to be the day.
Yeah, there's not enough market participants. That's what ends up happening. And as soon as the market levels out, which I think it already has, they'll just let it lay. When I say they will just let it lay, that's all of us combined. That's kind of how markets work.
It's really tough to pick a top like that, just like to pick the falling bottom, right? There's been no weakness in Shopify since $5.95.
No. Yeah. Stay right there, folks. This time, we do have Think or Swim coming up next. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him, folks.